My name is Roman and thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoy my Google Ads scripts videos. I really looking forward to your like, to your subscription and to your comments. And if you have any ideas what we need to automate in the next series, leave it under this video and I will have a look, because if you have something great or if you have any struggle, I really love to help you to solve this. Sometimes I really run out of ideas, and this is okay. I kind of create a lot of videos and I really like when you have the problems I actually can solve. So let's continue doing our script. Here we have our callouts creation. We have two functions. First function downloads everything from file. Another function actually creates callouts. One more thing we need to do, we need to apply these callouts. And to do that, we are going to use add group level function. So inside the add groups, we have add group, I think. Yeah, add callout function. So this is what we're going to use. We're going to use add callout, and we need to pass as an input callout extension. Callout extension is a Google Ads scripts object, and to have this, it's not just a text, it's an actual object that contains all the data. And we have this object in callout inside our array we create in this function. Here it is. This is our object we need to apply. So let's go to Sublime and create a new function that is going to be apply callouts, and it's going to have callouts as input. Some people ask me why we have so many different functions, why we don't put everything in main. It's very simple. First, in this case, we would have a huge main function. It's difficult to read, it's difficult to navigate through, it's difficult to support, and if everything is not working correctly, you need to go through whole main and see what's working, what is broken. The second thing, it's very difficult to reuse the code. Here, if I wanted to create site links instead of callouts, all I need to do is to change create callouts, because in apply callouts, the difference between add callout or add site link is nothing. Like in, for example, add phone number is just take another type of extension, but it's the same filtering, the same iteration part, the same apply part. So it's very easy to reuse this code. When you use a huge main function, it's very difficult to do that. And the final thing, last but not least, when I was talking to professional developers, and I'm not a professional developer, I'm not doing the software development as my main job, they told me that it's a very good style when you don't have any logic inside. Like inside the main function, you have only the logic. Do this, do this, do this, like a command. Like it's a master function to other slaves functions that do all the work. And this makes total sense for me. So let's keep doing this beautiful way. What we're going to do, we're going to write apply callouts function. First, again, as usual, we're going to go through all callouts. And this is not a very good thing when you have lots of callouts to do, because for each callout, we're going to apply this callout manually for each ad group. We can't see the overlap. For example, if you have this callout that should apply to all ad groups of this campaign and another callout that should be applied only for some ad groups in this campaign, it's very bad practice to do this filtering inside Google Ads scripts, because it takes a lot of time. So what we're going to do, we're going to use a built-in filter function, and for each callout, we're just going to create these manually. So we're going to take all ad groups for first callout, then apply, then rerun the filtering, take the second callout, take all ad groups, apply, and then again and again and again and again. So first, let's have a loop that is going through all the callouts. So it's going to be I is less than that callouts.length, and then I plus plus. What we're going to do here, if callouts of I of status. Remember the status? So if the status is false, just skip it, because I don't want to erase the bad callouts from the array. I'm just going to skip them, and it takes 0 time. What we also need to do, we need to take the filtering part. We have campaign filter filter. I bought a new microphone a few days ago. I don't have a holder for, I don't have a stick to put the microphone on, so it stands on my table, and because of it I don't see the keyboard, which makes my typing very complicated. So callouts of I, and then of campaign contains, then two lowercase. We're going to use it with ignore case contains. You will see it very soon. And then here's going to be add group contains. Remember, this is a case sensitive indexes. It's very important here. Then we go this campaign filter, and this is going to be add group filter. So this campaign filter, add group filter, are going to have this and these columns inside. And what I want to see, if this is any, then nothing should be there. So I don't want to filter by this. Again, we have the shirt if then else thing. So it's going to be campaign filter equals campaign filter equals to any. If it's any, then just put false, else put campaign filter. And then we do the same exact thing for add group filter. In case it has any, then it will be false, and if it's false, we're going to skip this. So what do we do next? We do add group equals to addApp dot add groups. It's case sensitive again. So add groups, this will create us a add group selector. It gives us a class that has a selector function that can return you all the add groups. Before we do that, we need to apply some filters. First is going to be a campaign filter. So if campaign filter, if it's not false, then we do add, where is it? Add group, why it's not showing to me, dot with condition, then campaign name, I will copy this from, otherwise I will definitely misspell this. So before we go there, I will explain it here. Here in add group, we have a selector. Let's have a look where it is. Add group selector is here. And it shows us why it's working badly to me today. It shows us which column names you can use. I will slide it down, scroll it down. Here it is. This is the columns that are available with add group selector. And I know that campaign name here is written this, with this case sensitivity, with these ways to call it. And the add group name is not add group name, it's just name, because we ask add group level report. It's add group selector. Add group selector has just name. And this is how you call it. Name contains ignore case, and then you have quote, what, quote, and then double quote. It's very important, the same I do here. So I have campaign name contains ignore case, quote, then I close my double quote because I need to construct it as a single string. Then I open it again, add a single quote there, and add it. Because this means just a single quote, and I can summarize the string. It will concatenate them the same way I can summarize and erase, for example. So I close it here, copy this, and do the same for add group filter. If add group filter, then add group with condition, just name, contains add group filter. And then I just need to get this stuff. So add group iterator equals add groups.get, and this will give us all add groups inside. So it's very simple. And then while add group iterator has next add group equals, so here I wanted to change this to add group selector. Let's make it this way. Add group selector, add group selector, add group selector, add group select, add group selector. And then add groups equal add group next. So again, create a selector, add one condition, add another condition, get everything that suits the condition. Then if there is something, if there is a next element, then give me the next element, and then we can work with this add group.